XRP is not for retail. This is something that has been talked about and addressed for probably about 3-4 years now. A lot of people have been talking about XRP not being for retail, that it's, basically catered to institutions and enterprise players, which, for the most part, on Ripple's side, it definitely is, right? Like, that's true. Like, they are looking at institutions mainly. They are focused on B2B transactions, but XRP, not being for retail is a little bit of an exaggerated term. But the big thing that I want you all to understand is that retail could quickly be priced out. And I do think that that's exactly what's happening right now. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. So when we look at this space today, how many people do you think could buy one Bitcoin? It's at $104,000. I would argue that buying one Bitcoin right now, today, is almost impossible for a majority of the, retail sector. And I say this because you could definitely buy sats, right? You could buy, small allocations of Bitcoin, but you're never going to hold enough Bitcoin to the point where you are going to get extremely rich off of it anymore. So at this point, we could argue and say that Bitcoin is no longer for retail because it has simply priced retail out. I don't think anybody would argue with that point of view. And the same could be said about XRP. When we look at XRP today, right, it's trading at about $3 and almost 30 cents. Now, buying one XRP, that's not that crazy, right? We could buy one XRP today. Almost anyone could buy one XRP today. 10 XRP, again, same story. 100 XRP, not too bad. Then all of a sudden, when we get into the thousands of XRP, it becomes a little bit more of a challenge. And I say this because, when we look at XRP and we go back 1 year ago, when XRP was trading at 50 cents, sub 50 cents, around 60 cents, maybe 70 cents, getting 1,000 XRP back then was a lot easier than 1,000 XRP today. Getting 10,000 XRP during that time was a lot easier than getting 10,000 XRP today. And what's crazy about this is that we are moving right now off of practically zero utility. And when I say utility, I mean we don't have banks utilizing XRP at scale. We don't have institutions hoarding up, amounts of XRP for cross-border payments, or, we're not seeing these use cases just yet touch this market, and XRP is already trading at $3.27. What's funny about this is that XRP will be trading significantly higher than $3.20 because of the lawsuit being completely shut down, more expansion happening, a lot more, partnerships being announced, things like that. So as we really look at XRP right now, you could argue that it has priced retail out of holding a significant amount of XRP. But if this is just the beginning and we don't even have institutions utilizing it at scale and we don't have utility really kicking in at scale, how high could XRP go and how many retail holders of XRP really are there? Well, let's actually talk about this real quick because, again, we are witnessing a shift. Institutions are now looking at crypto in a large way. We actually have over here, this goes back to November 14th, by the way. Institutions go all in on crypto. Signum's survey reveals 57% respondents plan to boost allocations. A notable 65% of the survey respondents are bullish long-term, with 63% molding more allocation to digital assets in the next 3 to 6 months. And this does speak volumes because even this most recent announcement, right? This goes from beininCrypto.com. Binance's head of VIP expects institutional involvement in crypto to rise in 2025. And again, this is going off of a survey. It's only 31.8% of US respondents in a 2024 survey reported high crypto knowledge, indicating a need for improved education for wider adoption. So imagine when people start learning about crypto from major institutional players. BlackRock, right? Larry Fink has started to talk about tokenization, talking about crypto. that starts to put a big spotlight on the scene because people listen to these big players. People listen when, for example, Fidelity is talking or Robinhood is talking or any of these big, players out there that they utilize, right? Like they utilize their apps, they are trading on their apps. So when they're talking about crypto, all of a sudden they start doing a little bit of research. They start learning about crypto. They start learning about the tech. Then we start to see the flood. But the question is here is, what are what's retail going to be buying? Because if we continue to see this space change, even with this new pro crypto admin, right? We have CNBC now. This is an hour ago, right? Bitcoin surges past 100K as Trump reportedly, plans to unveil new crypto policies. And this is more so that, pro crypto, push. If we're going to see this pro crypto push, if we're going to see utility being focused on now, if we're going to see institutions continuing to, jump into the space, what do you think XRP is going to do? What do you think a lot of these utility projects are going to do? Well, we would assume that they would go up more in value. This is very important to focus on. This is the current rich list of XRP. This is what it looks like over here on the website, rich-list.info. And if we look at these percentages here, right, specifically the percentage of accounts with balances starting at, this is a zoomed in view of it. Look at the top 10% holders of XRP. To get into the 10%, you have to have 2,552 XRP. Top 5%, almost 10,000, 4%, 12,000, 3%, about 18,000, 2%, almost 29,000, and then 1% would be about 55,000. And then at a 0.5%, you're over 100,000 XRP. So if we're thinking about that, right, this is how much it would cost you to get into these percentage brackets. 2,552 XRP is now worth $8,200 plus dollars. That's just the top 10%. How many retail investors are going to be willing to throw $8,200 into XRP right now? See, this is the problem, right? A lot of people think that a project not being for retail means that, it was never meant for retail. For me personally, I do think that XRP is for retail. I think any retail investor could utilize the XRP ledger. They could buy, sell, trade XRP. That's why I've always said that it is an exaggerated, discussion about XRP ever, should it have ever have touched the retail sector? I think it's a little bit exaggerated. But for me personally, the thing about XRP is that those early visionaries of XRP, the ones that actually saw the value in XRP when it was at, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 cents. See, we were so early because we were able to buy a large portion of our XRP bags at prices that retail, it was a lot easier for retail to grab. Nowadays, XRP is now starting to price retail out. To get into the top 1%, you now need over $100 and almost $80,000. And don't even mention the 0.5% bracket. Even if you wanted to get into the top 5%, it would cost you almost $31,000. This is a very large amount of money for retail. The average retail investor will not be able to afford, 10,000 XRP. And that's just facts. But I said this prior as well, right? I made a post back in 2023. I said the idea that XRP was never meant for retail is a bit exaggerated, but as this market matures, it can get serious. Remember that Ripple doesn't dictate who can buy or use XRP. Their focus for XRP is clear: institutions. I think the biggest obstacle for retail to be part of the journey is simply price. Mind you, this is September of 2023. Today, the idea of buying one Bitcoin for the average individual is almost impossible. Retail gets left behind in numerous ways. The price is the number one obstacle. The real question isn't if XRP is meant for retail. but if retail will be able to have enough XRP when the time comes. High values for XRP get thrown around often, and many laugh at those ideas, but that's okay. Realistically speaking, how many people can hold 10,000 XRP, 50,000 XRP, 100,000 XRP? You get the picture. Even at today's prices for XRP, it's hard to own large amounts. Now, mind you, this was September of 2023. Let's go back to September of 2023. This was about 50 cents for XRP. This was 50 cents the whole month almost. Okay. And I even said that it was hard at those prices because realistically, retail wasn't able to buy up 50,000 or 100,000 XRP. But, 10,000 XRP at those prices, if you had about, 2 years, which, you technically did have 2 years to buy at those prices, that's a little bit easier. That's why accumulation over time is very important to focus on. But I did say as institutional adoption happens and utilization increases, I personally believe a lot of these assets will price retail out of owning large amounts. You need to remember that the space is still in its infancy. That's why I think we all need to take advantage of this market when it gives us incredible opportunities. And listen to this video. Now, this video clip goes back some time, but listen closely to what Ripple was talking about at this time.
Many people are using cryptos just to buy and sell and make quick gains out of it. Does it hurt the growth of cryptocurrencies, that usage for a quick buck?
So I mean, it's kind of chicken and egg. You have to create a marketplace. And right now we have about 150, 200 exchanges around the world that trade. And
now, mind you, this is Dilip Rayo, previously at Ripple. But listen what he's saying here.
XRP. A lot of it, as you say, is very shallow trading by individuals, and that is not the use case that we are pursuing. What we are pursuing is the use of XRP as a financial asset by sophisticated institutions as a bridging mechanism. So does this hurt or harm? Well, it creates a lot of noise, and we certainly don't want that much noise, but we're waiting. And for example, this last quarter, the bulk of XRP sales were to institutional investors. And as this transitions away from retail to institutions who will start to use it for wholesale financial usage, that's when the turning point will come.
Got it.
And yeah, I mean, listen, the turning point, we are basically at it. Okay. We now have the presidential admin talking about crypto in a large way. We're now, starting to see some very big changes happening here. And what's crazy to me is, also remember that it's not just about retail getting priced out by price. It's also the fact that the supply of XRP, even though it seems significant, we could see, once we start to see institutions lining up, we could see most of the XRP out there get eaten up. If institutions are going to buy up XRP in a large way, we could start to see XRP disappearing off of exchanges. I mean, right now, in the last 30 days, almost 1 billion XRP was wiped off of exchanges. That is a very significant amount of XRP gone. That's, because of whales, retail, almost 1 billion XRP. Now imagine with mass institutionalization, mass utilization of the tech, major amounts of XRP being locked up in DeFi services for retail, passive income opportunities. We start to see that supply on exchanges shrinking very fast at that point. I want you guys to realize that we are in the beginning phase of the utility side of things. We have yet to see it hit this space in a large way. But in my opinion, already XRP has priced out so many retail investors. A much larger percentage than what most people will be willing to, I would argue, like to say. Because, what is the percentage of retail that is now priced out by XRP? Is it 50%? Is it 60%? Is it 70%? All I know is that today to hold 12,000 XRP, even less than 10,000 XRP, this amount is very significant. It's a very significant amount of an amount of money to throw into XRP, to throw into crypto, to just invest. Some people have a hard time maxing out their IRAs per year, which is roughly $7,000. So you could see why I say that majority of retail is now it's now priced out of XRP. And we haven't even hit the tipping point for institutional adoption and utilization of the tech. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely have a like, subscribe, to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.